divine power has given us everything, everything, everything. What? What does that include? Wow. Get this. God says, through Peter, in the apostles' teaching, that He, by His divine power, has given us everything we need for life. And everything we need for life that goes God's way. Godliness. That through the knowledge of Him, through the knowledge of Him who called us by His glory and virtue, we, by which have given us exceeding the great and precious promises, we, that's where I'm going, become partakers of the divine nature. Having escaped the corruption that is in the world through desires. This apostles' teaching. God's Word has given us, when we trust these promises, everything we need to handle life. Everything, well, it doesn't put gas in my car, but no, it'll sure instruct you how to put gas in your car. I mean, it'll tell me how to untake the pump off the thing. And no. It'll tell you how to work so as to take care of pressing needs. It'll do that. What about when this gets in a jam? He will tell you how to handle the jam that you're in. Concerning work? Concerning work. Concerning family? Concerning family. As a matter of fact, concerning everything. So that we can experience this divine nature expression. And we escape the difficult things that are in the world through what it wants. So this is the apostles' teaching. Here, let me add one more. Here's Matthew. You know all the problems in the world? They come out of the heart of man. For out of the heart proceeds the evil thoughts, the murders, the adulteries, the fornication, the thefts, the false witnesses, the blasphemies. These are what defiles the person. Jesus said that, and Matthew records that and teaches us that this desire expressed from the heart is the ongoing corruption and problems in the world. And here, I thought, because I was having a bad hair day, I thought it was because of the weather that I was getting a bad hair day, which would obviously be God's fault. No, it's what you want, you see. It's what you want. Wow. Teaching. The apostles' teaching. Let me give you one more. Here's Paul. Talking to us about how to then handle this, he says, do not present your members, those parts of your body, as instruments of what's not right to sin, but present yourselves to God as being alive from the dead and your members as instruments of what's right to God. I want you to know this is one of the major things for handling life right here. And I would so love just to focus on this. As a matter of fact, the next time Dr. Stewart speaks, he's going to focus on this because it is so essential in the genetic code of the church that we know how to do this. That we know how to grow and to change, how to handle this stuff. My whole point here is that we're continuing in the apostles' teaching. And I know this is kind of like a drink from a fire hose, but I want you to get the impression that the apostles' teaching covers everything. It helps us deal with our desires that come out of our heart, that cause corruption in the world and mess up our own lives. Helps us. And gives us direction on how to handle it. They continued in the apostles' teaching. Here, let me put these all up here for you. Here's what I was pointing out. That the apostles' teaching is basically what our New Testament is. John, Peter, Matthew, Paul, and we could go through them all. Showing this is what we continue steadfast in, staying on, giving ourselves to, hanging on to. This is the genetic code of the church. This is how it functions. This is what it's up to from day one. From day one, this was God's intent for the church.